everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you a very belated Southern Maryland Comic Con vlog from this beautiful autumn day in November 2024. A lot happened on this day, as you can tell from the title of the video, so I'll walk you through it all. But first, let's begin with some ASMR con prep footage. Southern Maryland Comic Con is a small one-day convention focused on comics, toys, games, superheroes, and pop culture and more. I actually didn't know about this con until pretty last minute when a friend of mine who had previously tabled here told me about it. This is probably the smallest artist alley and convention that I've been to since beginning my tabling experience at Artist Alleys last summer. But I do have to say I did really well at the convention and I really enjoyed it. It was also my second one-day convention and I'm really happy with my experience. Now, the drive was about an hour for us, and because this was a one-day convention, I decided to set up that morning and took all the time in the world to get ready and pack and leave home, only to realize 10 minutes from the convention center that I made a huge mistake. I left the wire grids, which is the base of all things for tabling, at home. The wire grids that, all the prints and all the products go on there, I left that at home. I remember that I forgot the wire grid panels at home when we were 10 minutes from the venue and 1 hour before the event started. I couldn't go back home because going back and then coming back would have eaten up 2 hours and I would have been super late to an already short one-day convention that was only from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And keeping in mind, I had not begun any of the setup. So on this day, I didn't get as much footage as I usually would, but I'll tell you what I ended up doing, why I was able to still do well, and my lessons learned. When I was going into mini panic mode, my partner Cray suggested to get creative. That made me realize I don't need it to be perfect today and I should just, not focus on that too much, but rather I tried to stay calm and think about what I needed and wanted most in terms of that display. My products are primarily art prints, stickers, and keychains, and stickers I didn't have to worry about as I had the sticker stand with me, but the art prints and keychains, they usually go on the wire panels, and I really wanted to avoid having to lay them out flat on the table, especially with all my pre-work with keychains, inventory management, and packing the night before. And ta-da! Here's my finished setup. Pretty neat, right? I bought a few things that could be used as a base to hang the keychains, though not perfect, and I bought multiple canvas stands to display the art prints. I got these little thingies. little canvas stands. Like knocks over one every time I try to fix one, but that's fine. The canvas stands, as you can tell, were quite flimsy, so I had to be really careful with my setup and also when customers were touching my display too. But they did the job, served the purpose, they saved my day, and so it was still a really good backup option. And then for the small postcard prints that I couldn't fit on the table, I bought a small binder that customers can flip through like this. And for my vinyl banner and tote bags, which either go on my table or on the wire panels usually, I have them standing on my wagon. So we used the wagon to display these. I did have a corner space at the venue, so I was able to put my wagon on the side of the table where people could see the tote bags a little bit more easily. Despite my huge mistake and the mini panic I had in the morning, and despite it being a very small convention, Southern Maryland Comic Con I would say went really well and I really had a wonderful time. The audience was generally very kind and it was a really good vibe and family friendly. I actually had one customer come up to me and tell me that one of them follows me, and she asked her friend to take a picture with me, which I thought was so sweet. It was my absolute favorite moment from this day, and as an artist with a small following who recently started vending at artist alleys, I was just so thankful. If you're watching this and out there, thank you so much. I also did really well for a one-day convention and was surprised, especially given how small the con was and really because of my display. But I think actually the new display, especially for my art prints, honestly may have given people a better chance at looking through them with a different lens, which was a really pleasant surprise. So let me go into a little bit more detail on learned lessons that I had, as well as specific items and products that I purchased and what I thought about them. So here are the products that I purchased and really what saved my day when I was missing my wire panels. I purchased all of these from Hobby Lobby for pretty affordable prices. I just wanted to show these to you and go into them in a little bit more detail, but also walk you through my thought process in hopes that it'll be helpful for you should anything like this happen where you're missing a big part of your display. I really hope it doesn't happen to you and you don't make the same mistake I did, but just in case, I hope these are helpful. To begin with, I got these cute little canvas stands, as you saw earlier in the video, for my smaller art prints. They come in a set of four for $4, so it's about $1 each and quite affordable, but I would say some of them are flimsier than others, but I guess you get what you pay for. But these really saved my day. If you have a lot of art prints, I do highly recommend them. I'm probably gonna continue using them for some of my prints display. The only thing I would say about it is that people tend to grab the prints off of this canvas stand and it's really easy to do so. And if they do that, they fall like this. So I would recommend having a sign or something that says display only for customers. And these are the bigger canvas stands that I used for my bigger prints, which are usually 8x10s or 11x14, and they fit just perfectly. I think they can even fit bigger print sizes as well, and if you end up using actual canvases, of course they can fit actual canvases as well. So I think I'm probably going to continue using these as well. I am planning to have my paintings potentially in the future as part of my display too, or just part of my artist alley, so have a combination of digital and traditional artwork in the future hopefully. So I think these can be really helpful for that too. Overall, I really do believe that my art prints had a really good look on the table with these canvas stands. I think it honestly helped a lot for some reason compared to having them only on the wire panels. People were asking more questions about them, for instance, and they just seemed a little bit more intrigued. So again, I think I'm going to try to figure out a way to combine this look with how I display them on the wire panels. Moving on to the keychain displays. These two tools are what I use for my keychain display, and I just usually hang up my keychains on the wire panels, so really needed something where I can hook it onto or clip it onto. So as soon as I saw these, I figured I could somehow use these, although not perfect obviously, but these did save my day instead of me having to lay out the keychains flat on the table. And I also usually have a grab and go system for my keychains, and these helped me keep that grab and go system for customers. The last item that I got was this photo album or photo binder, which I loved. I think this actually helped boost my sales a little bit for my postcard prints. So I have these 5x5 smaller postcard prints I did not have space to place on the table when I didn't have my wire panels. Because I had used all the canvas stands for my art prints, I didn't have space to put these, so I purchased this 8x8 photo album from Hobby Lobby where I could fit the 5x5 prints. This will obviously fit, up to 8x8, so I think moving forward I'll probably use this as a way to display my portfolio or a catalog of work instead of putting my postcard prints in here. But on this particular day, I only placed in my postcard prints, and I think it actually helped boost the sales for my postcard prints because you know how everyone has a different style of learning? I think similarly from a customer standpoint, everyone may have a different style of shopping. So if the prints and postcards are only standing on the wire grids, you kind of just are visually learning or visually shopping with your eyes, whereas with this photo album it gives you an opportunity to flip through the pages and touch them and kind of really think as you are waiting even. The original price was $8.99, but it was 40% off. Hobby Lobby often tends to have these big sales, so I ended up getting it for about $5. Yes, I'm definitely going to use this to display my portfolio. I might even add little stickers on each page to say, this print is available in this particular size so people can know without having to ask me, because oftentimes I'm asked, what size do you have available for this particular art print? The only thing I would say about this binder is that I ended up adding 2 postcard prints on the very front page of the binder or the photo album, but I don't recommend doing that because people don't usually look at this. I kept it open on the table and folks just looked through this while it was open and never really, closed it back. So just one thought that I had in mind. So that's a wrap. Thank you so much if you made it this far in the video, and if you found any of these lessons learned or tips or my experiences helpful, then please consider clicking subscribe to support, and I hope that I can see you in my future videos again. See you soon!